thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're here for half an hour. So we're really getting into that summer season, even though the weather might not feel like it. So the days, we just had the summer solstice at the weekend. So you know, we've got a lot of daylight, a lot of energy, and right now we may be feeling a bit pent up because we can't do anything with it, we can't go as many places or see as many people and all of that. So today, in the spirit of it being summer, I really want to focus on opening the heart. So summer's all about opening the heart, so we're going to work towards camel pose today. Just taking it really nice and easy, so if you've got any niggles and bits and bobs that are sore, just taking it really easy, really kind in your body, really kind of cultivating this sense of self-kindness and compassion throughout your body, throughout your practice, to other people, whoever you meet. So yes, that's what we're going to work on today. We're also going to be working on a little bit of heat building, so with all this energy and summer being warm, it is all about creating heat, opening the heart centre. You know, it's a season of, it's a fire element season, so really working with that today. So wherever you are, coming into a nice comfortable seated position, so whatever that may be for you. So it may be cross-legged, it may be kneeling, just taking something where it's really comfortable for you. So we're not going to be here for very long, but wherever you are, just closing your eyes when you're ready, and we're just going to come into the room, come into your practice. So placing a hand on the lower abdomen and one either on the rib cage or the upper chest. I like to place it on the upper chest, really engaging with that heart centre, feeling the heartbeat beneath your hand, and just tuning into the body and your breath. So taking these really deep inhales and exhales, just bring yourself into the room. Bring yourself into this safe space where you can move into your practice. And really trying to lengthen the breath, so really feeling the torso moving beneath the hand. Expanding on the inhale and releasing back on the exhale. With your hands on the upper chest, really seeing if you can extend the breath all the way up into that hand. Can you make it move just a little bit? What's going on up there? Just a couple more breaths in your own time and length. And when you're ready, just gently fluttering the eyes open. So we're going to extend down with the left hand, reaching up with the right, really relaxing the neck. Really enjoy starting a lot of my practice like this at home and in classes too. It just feels really nice, just a really gentle way to open up the body. So we're just going to switch sides, so taking the right palm down, reaching up with the left, and really pushing into the ground with that right hand. Excuse me. Really anchoring down through the left sit bone. Keeping the neck nice and soft, releasing any tension in the jaw. And when you're ready, coming back up to centre, walking the hands forward. So just going as far forward as feels comfortable. So you might get the forearms on the ground, or you might want to extend and walk the fingertips all the way out, so you're really getting that lengthening in the back of the body. And dipping the chin in towards the chest, lengthening out through the back of the neck. And try not to let your sit bones curl up in the back there, you want to keep them nice and rooted down. Coming all the way back up. Taking the fingertips behind you, we're just going to open up through the front of the body, so we're going to be doing a lot of this motion, opening up the heart centre, opening up the back of the body. So pushing into the fingertips, really rolling the shoulder heads back. And then if you like, you can place the palms of the hands down. And then if it feels good in your arms and your wrists, if you've got any tension in your elbows today, just staying here is fine. If you want, you can lift the sit bones all the way up. You can maybe even take the head all the way back. taking a breath here and then releasing, relaxing back down to the floor. Perfect, so we're going to do the same thing on the opposite, well, same thing again, but we're going to uncross the legs, crossing them in the opposite direction. We're going to extend down with the right hand first this time, reaching up through the left, keeping the neck nice and relaxed. And again, pushing in with the palm of the hand, really anchoring down through the sit bones. Switching sides, taking the left hand down, reaching up with the right. So maybe if you can, you're lowering the forearm down. Try not to collapse in with the arm, you really want to think about opening up, so really extending over. So reaching up kind of in a high diagonal with this top arm here. Pushing into the ground with the sit bones and the palm of the hand, and maybe even the forearm. And coming back up to centre. And then from here we're going to walk the hands forward again. Taking it as far or as close to the body as feels comfortable. You can bring the forehead down onto the floor if that feels accessible for you. And then walking the hands all the way back. And again, we're going to do that nice little back extension there. So pressing into the palms of the hands, rolling the shoulder heads back. So option 2, lift or stay lowered. So if you're lifting, rolling up onto the shin bones, pushing into the palms of the hands, maybe taking the head back, or keeping the chin in towards the chest, whichever feels safer and more comfortable in your neck. And then releasing the sit bones back down to the ground. Perfect. So we're going to come into a child's pose, so rolling over through the shins, taking the knees nice and wide, bringing the toes, big toes together, extending the arms all the way forward, reaching the forehead down towards the mat. And if your forehead doesn't reach easily, feel free to block up or put a cushion, or you can even just rest your hands and just rest the forehead onto the hands. Again, it's just about making the practice accessible and comfortable for you. So from here we're going to walk back into baby camel. So I said at the start of class we're going to work towards full posture. So this is half posture, so you're walking the fingertips all the way back, taking the fingertips behind you, rolling back the shoulders like we did in the previous posture, pressing up, extending the hip bones forward, releasing down. We're going to walk back to child's pose. We're going to move through that motion a couple of times, just at your own pace, and walking the hands all the way back. So taking the fingertips behind you. If you have longer arms, you might get full palm on the floor. I don't have that reach, unfortunately, so I'm on fingertips, pushing all the way up, releasing down, coming back into child's pose. 2 more times, walking the hands all the way back, reaching the fingertips back, pushing into the floor. So you'll really feel this nice quad stretch here, coming into the front of the thighs, and that's kind of what full camel is like. It's more intense. Walking the fingertips all the way forward, child's pose. The last time, coming all the way back, pushing into the fingertips, reaching all the way up with the hip bones, relaxing it down. Good job. So we're just going to come on to all fours, so bringing the palms of the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to roll through some gentle cat-cow, so dipping the stomach down towards the ground, raising the head up. On your exhale, you're going to start at the tailbone, you're going to arch the back, so curling through the pelvis, rolling through the spine like it's a wave, bringing the head in towards the chest. Inhaling again, starting at the tailbone, softening the elbows, rolling all the way forwards. Exhaling, arching the back, chin in towards the chest. Inhaling, softening the elbows, coming all the way forwards. Last time, exhaling and inhaling. So from here, coming into a nice neutral spine, making sure that your alignment's still correct, so your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then we're going to send the left leg all the way back, so toes pointing down towards the ground, extending the right arm all the way forward. So we're going to hold here for a couple of breaths, engage in the core, pushing down with the palm and the grounded right right shin bone. Reaching, really reaching with those fingertips, seeing how long you can make the body. And then from there we're going to go for the bind if that feels accessible. If not, we're staying here. If you're following along for the bind, you're dipping the thumb down towards the ground, reaching back, seeing if you can reach that back foot. If you've got the back foot, you're going to kick into the hand, extending all the way up, coming into this nice little tabletop dancer pose here. Really opening up through the chest, enjoying it. Holding for another breath. Releasing all the way out, extending the arm, extending the leg, holding here for a breath. And then replacing the hand, replacing the foot. Good job. So just taking the time to get your hips a little bit recalibrated again, and then we're going to do the exact same on the opposite side. So this time extending the right leg all the way back, toes pointing down towards the ground. Extending the left arm. Holding here, so you might feel a little bit of a quiver in that core, which is good. Holding here for another breath. Dipping the thumb down towards the ground. We're going to go for the bind. If you don't want to go for the bind today, keep reaching forward. Otherwise, dipping the thumb down. Going to reach back, see if we can tickle those back toes. If you can easily grab the foot, you're going to kick into the hand, pushing the foot all the way up, taking the gaze forward. Holding here for a few breaths. Seeing if you can kick a bit higher up into that pose. And releasing, extending the left arm, extending the left leg. Holding here for a breath. And releasing the palm down and releasing the knee down. Taking the knees nice and wide, coming back into that child's pose. Extending the arms all the way forwards. Bringing the forehead down. Seeing if you can really extend the breath into the back of the body, feeling the back of the body expand. And then from here we're going to roll forwards onto the hands, coming back into that tabletop position. Tucking through the toes, pushing into the palms of the hands. We're going to come up to a nice, easy downward facing dog. Taking a few moments here, pedaling through the feet, keeping the downward dog quite fluid, especially if you're a little bit tight in the hamstrings. So just bending into one knee and then switching sides. Making sure that the palms of the hands are spread nice and wide. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the gaze towards the hands. We're going to walk the feet all the way in to meet the hands, bending the knees as much as you need to. And then we're going to grab the crooks of the elbows and just ragdoll gently side to side. Maybe bending into one knee and then straightening the opposite leg. Keeping it nice and fluid. And dropping the arms, bending the knees, rolling all the way up. Rolling the shoulder heads up and back. So we're going to come into sun salutation. So bringing the feet together or hip width apart if that feels more comfortable for you. Extending the arms all the way up. So if you like, if we're focusing on back bending, you can come into a micro back bend here. So keeping the feet grounded, sending the hips forward a little bit. Exhaling, sucking in that lower tummy, protecting the core. Bringing the fingertips or the palms of the hands down towards the floor. Inhaling, bringing the hands to shins, spine nice and long. Exhaling, bending the knees as much as you need to because you want palms of the hands flat on the floor. Good Lord. Stepping back, plank pose. So option 2, drop the knees. Otherwise, we're going to lower halfway down, bringing the elbows all the way back. Turning over the feet. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Keeping the elbows nice and soft here. Rolling through the toes, downward facing dog. So really pressing into the hands to send the hip bones back, and that will help to, encourage your heels to go down towards the ground a little bit more. It'll prevent you doing this sort of hybrid between plank and downward dog. So pushing into the palms of the hands will help to send the torso back. Bend in the knees if you're tight in the hamstrings. Few more breaths here. And then from here we're going to drop gently down onto our knees, so taking the weight into the hands, so lowering the knees down and coming back to sit on your heels. So we're going to come into full camel posture. So if you've got any back problems, you can either give this pose a miss, so you can just come into a nice easy child's pose like this, or you can have a little go, see how you feel. So we're going to come up onto the knees. If you're on a hard floor, you might want to put some padding up, or you can roll the mat underneath, just making sure the knees are really nice and protected. So from here, we're going to take the hands and we're going to put them on our sit bones, so like we're wearing really fashionable Levi jeans and we want to show them off. So we're going to put our hands in the back pockets of those fashionable jeans, rolling the shoulder heads back, looking straight ahead. So you're looking for this kind of position here. So you're going to tuck the toes under. So this will give you a nice plantar stretch in the back of the heels. So stay in here for a few breaths, seeing how this feels. Maybe you're already feeling an opening in the thighs, in which case we're staying here. Otherwise, you're going to extend the back, arch the back, maybe taking the head back. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then coming forward, lowering the feet, coming back to sit on your heels. So we're going to do that again, so this time we're going to go for full posture, so that means maybe we'll take the bind, we'll maybe take the ankles, we'll see how we're feeling, keeping it really nice, really soft, really taking cues from your body. So coming all the way back up, I'm going to tuck those toes under again. You can do this with flat feet, so if you're feeling really flexible and open in the back, you can go all the way back and take both heels. But personally, I think for today, keeping the toes tucked under will be nice. It means you've got less distance to go to the floor. So, taking the hands back as if we're putting them in our back pockets of our jeans, rolling the elbows back, so you want the elbows to be pointing back towards the back of your mat. Opening the heart, chest, reaching forward, so you're trying to keep the thighs in the same position, so you want all of this to kind of come from the back. Stay in here for a few breaths. Maybe snaking that left hand down, seeing if you can touch the ankle. Maybe it snakes back up. Maybe we touch the other ankle. Maybe we snake the hands back up. Maybe this time we'll go for both ankles, so taking the left and the right, keeping the chest nice and open. So you can keep the gaze looking forward. If you're taking the head back, you're taking the tongue to the roof of your mouth, just helping to engage those muscles. And then if your head is back, bringing the chin in towards the chest, bringing the hands onto the thighs, sitting all the way back down, flattening the feet, and we're going to come into a nice easy child's pose again. Relaxing the head down. So just letting the body sink in towards the floor, noticing any changes in the body now that we've done a kind of pretty intense back bend. It's a tricky posture. And then from there we're going to walk the hands all the way back. We're going to come to seated, so you can fold the legs through and post them through, or you can take the legs to the side and rock them out. Perfect. So from here we're going to bring the left foot in. It's coming into Janu Sirsasana, so that's bringing the left base of the foot in towards the right thigh there. Taking the gaze towards the toes, we're going to fold forward, so you don't want to be going towards the middle of that void of space. We want to be going towards this straight leg here, so extending the arms all the way up. And exhaling to fold forward. So maybe you'll take the toes, if you're feeling a little bit tight in the hamstrings, you can bend the knee, you can use a strap, or you can stick the hands on either side of the leg, really pushing into the floor, helping to give you that length. Just enjoying the benefits of a nice forward fold after that back bend. So toes should be pointing back, so foot's flexed on that straight leg. So if you can touch the toes, sometimes it's nice to put the heel of the hand in at those toes and fold the hand all the way over. Coming all the way back up, we're going to take the right hand on the outside of that left thigh, or left fingertips behind you. Coming into a nice little twist, so sitting up nice and tall. And then turning to face the back of the room, keeping that foot pointing up towards the ceiling, that right foot. Toes are nice and active. Breathing deeply, looking over that left shoulder. And then from here, we're going to flatten that left hand, pointing the right toes. We're going to come up onto the left shin, extending all the way up, reaching over with that right arm, coming into this. It's kind of a really free, kind of wild thing pose. Should feel really nice, keeping the head nice and relaxed. If you want, you can take some nice circles with the arm. Extending over. And then lowering the sit bones down the same way, we come in nice and slow with control. And then we're going to switch sides. So this time we're bringing the right foot in towards the left thigh. Making sure the toes of the left foot are nice and flexed. You're pointing towards, torso's pointing towards that straight leg. Extending the arms all the way up. Folding over on an exhale, so looking in that lower tummy. Maybe taking the toes. Maybe taking the shin or the thigh or even onto the floor is quite nice. I like to do this kind of like spider hands, little claw hands, pushing in with the fingertips. Or you can take a strap. There's tons of options for whatever you're feeling today. Breathing nice and deep. And coming all the way back up, we're going to take the left hand on the outside of the right thigh this time, right fingertips behind, sitting up nice and tall. Turning to face the back of the room. So for this twist, palm of the hand can be flat on the floor or it can be up on fingertips. If you've got shorter arms like me, you might find fingertips are a little bit easier, give you a little bit more boost and length in that spine. If you've got longer arms, palm of the hand's quite nice as well. Then wherever you are, if you're on fingertips, we're flattening the palm of that right hand, pointing the left toe. Gonna come up onto the right shin, extending the left arm all the way over, coming over that ear. And again, if we like, we can take some little shoulder rolls. If that feels nice, you might feel some clicks. Which is fine. Working into all of those little knots and nooks and crannies. Keeping the neck relaxed, relaxing the jaw. Lowering the hand, lowering the sit bone, coming all the way back to seated position. Perfect. Bringing both feet to standing, we're going to roll all the way back, coming into a nice little bridge. So we're going to roll all the way down to our flat on our back. So feet are flat on the floor, knees are pointing towards the ceiling. So you're going to bring the feet kind of quite close in towards your sit bone. So maybe you can tickle the heel with that middle finger of the hand. And then from there, we're going to plant the hands really firmly on the floor. They're kind of like your levers to help boost the spine up. And then just coming into some little pelvis rolls, so just kind of tilting and arching the back. So the spine's not straight. So the spine's anatomically, it's kind of like this little snake position. So what you'll probably always feel is that your mid-spine will be that part that doesn't touch the floor. So this little pelvis tilt here will help kind of just see what it feels like with the middle part of the spine touching the floor. So this kind of tucked motion is how we want to come up into bridge. So taking the palms of the hands nice and flat on the floor. So on the next tuck of the tailbone, we're going to peel the spine up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up as far as feels comfortable. And then we're just going to chill out here. If you've got blocks and props, sometimes it's really nice to have them underneath this kind of little sacrum part in here. Going into a nice passive bridge pose. Making sure that your feet are nice and active. Knees are still pointing up towards the ceiling, so you don't want your knees to be flopping out towards the side, yeah? You want to imagine that you're, squishing a cushion or something in between those thighs. I mean, even maybe get a cushion. See how it feels, so bringing the inner thighs in towards each other. They're not touching, but this kind of inward motion. So it'll help to give you extra lift, it'll help to protect the spine, it'll help to make your feet more grounded into the floor, making the pose really active. And of course, breathing. Breath is the most important part of the posture, of any posture. And then when you're ready, just rolling down one vertebrae at a time, taking it nice and slow. See if you can get all the vertebrae flat on the mat. And then just letting the spine relax. So from here, we're going to come into Happy Baby. So bringing the knees in, pointing the feet up towards the ceiling, coming into like this kind of frog leg situation. So you're going to take the hands inside of the thighs, and then we're going to come on the outer edge of the feet. So you want to try and keep everything flat on the floor, but this will depend on how much mobility you've got in these hips, and also the length of your arms, the length of your legs. It's sometimes down to an anatomy game. So you want to press all the back in towards the floor. Maybe taking a little rock side to side. Massaging the back into the floor. So we've done a lot of back bending work today. So this is a really nice way to release it. It's a really fun pose. I don't know anyone that can do this pose without having a little bit of smile on their faces. And keeping the toes nice and active. And just gently rocking back to an easy stop. And then from there, bringing the feet in together, hugging the knees in together, hugging everything all the way in. You can bring the head up if that feels comfortable, making yourself into this nice little cocoon ball. Now giving everything a final squeeze, a final hug in. And then we're going to come back to Shavasana, so sending the legs out as wide as your mat. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling, shoulders are relaxing down. So I want everyone to take like an active motion to roll the shoulders down a little bit. Usually when we first come into this posture, our shoulders are up at our ears and it doesn't feel very relaxed in the neck. So just moving the shoulders away from the ears, creating space in the body. Palms of the hands are facing up towards the ceiling, but the fingertips are relaxed. Maybe they're curling in towards each other slightly. Feet are flopping out to the side. Just coming into that deep breathing that we did at the start of class, so you can place a hand on the lower abdomen, maybe one on the upper chest if that feels good. And just take the next few moments and just really tune into the breath and the motions of the body. Feeling the heartbeat beneath the hand. Feeling the torso rise and fall with every breath. Seeing if you can lengthen the breath just a little bit more on that exhalation. Helping to slow the heart rate back down a little bit. Then releasing the hands back down to the floor. starting to bring a little bit of movement back into the body by wriggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe doing some little wrist and ankle circles in one direction, and then stopping and moving in the other direction. Just taking note of any little clicks that might occur naturally. And if it feels good, kind of interlace the hands, extending the arms all the way up, rolling through the shoulders, pointing the toes, making the body really long. Maybe moving the hips side to side. And then when you're ready, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Staying here for a few breaths. And then gently using the hands to roll onto whichever side is most comfortable. And then when you're ready from there, using the hands to gently lift yourself back up into an easy, comfortable seated position. So whatever that is for you. It might not be cross-legged, it might be. Then from there, we're going to take the arms all the way up towards the sky, looking up towards the thumbs, bringing them down to the third eye, seat of wisdom, the heart centre, the seat of love, and bowing it down towards the earth, releasing the neck down, and walking all the way back up to seated position. So, namaste. To you all, the light in me honours the beautiful light in all of you. I hope you really enjoyed class today, and I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have a great day and a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys soon.